Pop duo Hertz. My next guest is one of Britain's most distinguished actors. 6 million of us saw his explosive exit from Spooks, and he's just had audiences gripped as Detective Inspector Joe Chandler in this critically acclaimed crime drama.
You don't have to be here.
You don't need a sergeant, you need a nanny. Someone who doesn't get bored of telling you you're going to get yourself killed.
Clock off, Miles. Seriously.
Oi! What you done with my boy?
I haven't done anything with anyone.
If you want to fight me, we'll do it properly. Sportsmanlike, in the ring.
No, best of 3.
Hey, sir, don't!
You hear that, boys? It's on.
Miles, I'll need you to tape me up.
Please welcome Rupert Penry-Jones. But he did, those brothers, those twins, they did look awfully scary when they just saw...
I thought you were going to say awfully similar then.
Well, twins look similar. But they quite intimidating, weren't they?
They were, actually, they were. He's a great actor, that guy. And with that sequence you just showed, we first rehearsed it and I had to push him. And he wasn't ready for him. I pushed him, he went flying. It was terrible, terrible.
You played somebody in that with OCD, obsessive-compulsive disorder, which I found quite compelling. I mean, the switching on and off of the light and not being able to leave.
Yeah, I went and visited a doctor who deals with people who suffer from it, and it was quite nice and freeing to know it's one of those illnesses where you can actually go anywhere you want with it because everybody's different. So I wasn't going to get accused of doing something that didn't exist.
Were you aware of trying to do it sympathetically? You know,
yes, I was, and also, but it is very tempting to kind of make it funny and a joke of it. But no, I've had a good response from people who've sort of written to me and said thank you for portraying it in such an intelligent way. So.
Are we getting any more Whitechapel?
I hope so. Fingers crossed. I don't know.
We had the one about the Ripper. This one was about the craze. So
yeah. Well, Whitechapel's running out of big
copycats.
Big crimes.
Really.
Yes, I think if we do it again, it'll probably be a series next time.
But
so
it's the great chemistry between the two of you there. I mean, is it something you enjoyed?
Phil Davis and I,
Yeah.
we did a show about 10 years ago called North Square, where it was a similar kind of relationship. But so we've been friends for 10 years, and when this came along, neither of us wanted to turn an opportunity to work with each other.
It works well for the viewer as well. Something quite different now. Relying on words. It's the second volume. I remember talking to Geoffrey Palmer last year about this, Words for You. Tell us about it.
Well, it's poems to classical music, and the money goes to a charity called I Can, which helps children who have learning difficulties. It's available for pre-order now on Amazon, and I think it goes out for sale on the 15th.
Well, it's not just you. You've got the wife.
It's the best cast list I've ever been part of. I mean, incredible.
Your other half, Dervla Cole, and she starred. We've got a little clip from it. Here's Dervla.
Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Love is like the wild rose briar, friendship like the holly tree.
Bright star, would I were steadfast as thou art, not in lone splendour hung aloft the night, and watching with eternal lids apart, like nature's patient sleepless eremite.
You watch yourself, do you mind?
No, but it's one of those things when my wife and I got the CD sent a couple of days ago, and we just looked at the people that we were with, and I just thought, my God, I can't believe I'm on a cast list with Meryl Streep and Jim Broadbent and all these amazing people.
One of those things where you find that you're the only person you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, you can't get away from acting, though, can you? I mean, Dervla's your wife, Angela Thorne, your mum, your father's an actor too. I mean, is there any escape from it at all?
No, my brother's wife. I would have thought my children would probably go into it too. I don't mind if they do. I'm not going to push them.
Has having children changed your view of being an actor? Are you less, tunnel visioned than you were?
Well, the thing about acting when you're younger is you just want to keep working. You want to work all the time. You feel like you're not successful if you're not working. When you have children, you get split and you want to spend time with. So Dev and I have to take it in turns, really.
Well, you've got something exciting coming up.
Yes, I've just finished a thing called Silk, which is a BBC drama written by Peter Moffat, who wrote North Square, the thing I did with Phil years ago.
What's it about?
Which is about barristers and the life of barristers and the dilemmas that come across when you're defending somebody who you know is guilty, or if you're having to push somebody, if you're defending a rapist, for example, and you're having to push someone who you believe was raped, and you're having to, it's just...
That's an interesting
lots of moral
conundrum.
dilemmas.
Did that open your eyes to what would I do in this situation? Because a lot of people think, how could you possibly defend somebody that you know was guilty? I mean, what's
I
the
think what
answer?
most lawyers do, you just have to do your job, and your job is to win the case. What you think and believe is not the point. Your job is to win.
And did they convinced you of that, clearly?
Yeah, yeah.
You were working with Maxine Peake, who is
Yeah,
great
I'm a big
actress.
fan of Maxine
Yeah.
Peake. She's lots of fun. And Neil Stuke as well, who's another lovely actor who I've wanted to work with for years.
So what do you look for in a part, Rupert, when it comes along? Because you must, although you say, you know, you're a family man as well, that's important. Clearly you're flooded with roles now.
Oh,
because
yeah,
of
clearly.
Well, you must, because you're always... What makes you pick one and reject another?
Generally, if it's a script that I read and I can't put it down, my rule is I want to be in stuff that I would want to watch.
Yeah.
If I don't want to watch it, I'm not going to do it just because it's going to be successful or because a lot of people will watch it. It has to be something that I would want to watch.
Pretty good rule of thumb. The exit from Spooks was quite dramatic.
Yeah, well, when we decided that I was going to leave, it was, you know, they sort of say, how would you like to go? Do you want to sort of walk off into the sunset, or do you want to die? Everybody who leaves Spooks wants to die. The best exit from Spooks is if you die. I just said I want to go out with a big bang, and they took me literally.
At your word, you went out in a car explosion.
Yeah, it was great. It was amazing. We in Finsbury Square, we blew a car up in Finsbury Square.
Goodness me, they must have to warn an awful lot of neighbours.
They must
don't be
have done,
alarmed.
yeah. I mean, it was a
Yeah.
very big, with a big mushroom cloud and everything. It was a huge explosion.
Well, long may you continue entertaining. We look forward to Silk. Is it true that you started on a pair of crutches?
Well, I was doing Soccer Aid about 6 weeks before I started filming, and in the last day of training I fractured my knee. Just jumping up for a ball, really. I blame Bradley Walsh.
Many people do for many things.
But yeah, so they found this out, and I thought I'd lose the job, and I went in to meet them, and I was on crutches and a brace and everything, and they said, well, we'll write in that you fall down the stairs in the first episode. So I'm on crutches for the first 2 episodes.
Secrets of TV dramas. It really was broken. It's great to meet you.
And you,
Thank you. Lovely words on CD. Ladies and gentlemen, Rupert Penry-Jones.